The motion is not agreed to.
Early Saturday morning, without an immigration compromise, Senate Democrats said no deal. Republicans firing back.
The government shutdown was 100% avoidable.
Day one of the shutdown, a furious blame game unfolding hour by hour.
You wanted a shutdown. The Trump shutdown is all yours.
This is utter madness.
The solution is to end the foolishness.
Negotiating with this White House is like negotiating with Jell-O. It's next to impossible.
The White House hitting back.
Chuck Schumer actually had the gall to look at the president and said, I'm giving you everything you asked for the wall.
Mick Mulvaney was not in the room. He does not know the truth. I do.
But on Capitol Hill, even some Republicans arguing the White House isn't helping.
You think the president is an unreliable negotiator?
I don't think we should be worrying about the president right now.
A bipartisan group of senators holding out hope.
The end game is to resolve this in a bipartisan way.
Is that possible?
Yes.
Huddling through the afternoon to try and find some way out of the stalemate.
You know, I want compromise and consensus.
But as the sun set, Washington was headed for day two of a shutdown.
Do you trust the president as a negotiator?
The president has backed off too many times. It's very, very difficult to sit down and negotiate with him.
Again, that key question of trust, Jose.
Indeed. Casey, thank you very much. I want to bring in NBC's chief White House correspondent, Hallie Jackson. Hallie, what has the White House been doing today?
Yeah, so listen, the president has been in the residence here at the White House for most of the day, Jose, on the phone. I'm told by multiple White House officials he's been calling Mitch McConnell, for example, Paul Ryan, members of his own cabinet like Secretary Mattis at the Pentagon to talk about the agency contingency plans during this government shutdown. His chief of staff, John Kelly, has been on the phone, too. We've also seen the White House really dig in and insist they will not negotiate immigration when it comes to getting the government back open. They won't do it now. They plan to do it later. You've also seen them frame this short-term deal that Casey's talking about as a concession to Democrats. Bottom line, though, we really haven't seen any of the president publicly today, Jose. No meetings here at the White House with congressional leadership, for example. He's just been on the phone and, of course, online doing some tweeting.
Hallie, and just to clear things up, when they're talking about immigration, it's about 800,000 young people who know no other country but the United States, the dreamers.
Absolutely. And what you've seen, though, Jose, is that the White House wants to tie a solution to that, right, for these so-called dreamers, too. For example, border security, a visa lottery program, chain migration as well. They have other issues that they want to tie to what happens to those undocumented people who were brought here when they were younger.
Chain migration, another word for family reunification. Casey, again, the question I asked you at the beginning, any hope of any glimmer in the next days?
I do think, Jose, that there is a growing sense of a grind, a potential defeat, the idea that this is something that looks bad on every member of Congress, no matter what their party. I think the question is, what are Democrats going to be able to say they achieved for this? And I think the dreamers are the key question mark here. This is, of course, why they took such a public stand. And I have to say, you've seen what I think is an important shift in what many people who have been very supportive of dreamers are saying publicly. Some Democrats, including Congressman Luis Gutierrez, saying, build the wall. We don't care how high it is. Just free the dreamers. Help them make sure they can stay with their families. That's a marked shift and a potential opening for President Trump.
Casey Hunt, Hallie Jackson, thank you very much.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.